I'm going to be talking about films, horror films and their context, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Get Out. So the movie Get Out was published in 2016, which was a horror slash thriller movie. This Lights Out, the movie, was one of the big issues that is currently going on still in most countries, mostly USA, regarding racism. So the director of the film, Jordan Peele, uses a storyline with an interracial couple between actor Daniel Kaluuya and actress Alison Williams, who were Chris and Rose in the film, and they were in love apparently. So their interracial couple was black and white. Chris is taken to meet who's black, taken to meet Rose, the girlfriend, who's white, his white supremacist parents who capture the lives of black people, hypnotize them, hypnotize them, and use them for own traumas. So, like, that's pretty big. So the parents were pathological neurophilia, which is a system of abducting and brainwashing and brain swapping black people to use them as pets and sex slaves. So Chris also recognizes in the movie a few black people who are servants who behave like they're like creatures, which manipulated by a blinding force. So like he was very confused when he got them. So basically the movie represents the current worldwide situation, the context, even till this day, but even back in the days, of racism and discrimination against black people due to white supremacy. So the movie highlights the fear in society from where it was created, and it shows how devastating like racism really is in the world, because it still till this day happens, not just in USA, in a lot of countries. And I can say it still happens here, but you don't see it much often because not everyone's really open about it. And there has been protests regarding racism and black lives being killed by a majority of white people. So these are all real life stories that this movie used the context to put in the movie. So this is a real life fact. There was a killing of Trayvon Martin in the year 2012, and only after that, like, a movement called Black Lives Matter was created in order to raise awareness of black people still being segregated by their race and to rebuild the black liberation movement. So blacks are treated equally as well, because it's not fair that, you know, segregation, we thought apartheid and all of that stopped, and they're still going on because this movie was published in 2016, so it's not long ago, 2 years ago. Are you kidding me? And I think that the issue of racism is still very relevant today, as the slavery in Libya of black Africans, which has recently happened last year, is horrible, considering the fact that it is 2018 now and it still occurs in, you know, countries. So I think this movie, as it used the context of, you know, racism, black segregation, I love the idea that it ties in with the whole movie together, because it's actually scary, the movie. A lot more gruesome and thriller than horror, but yeah, it actually pinpoints like a lot about the racism that happens nowadays. So that's the context of this film.